close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Lined into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run, the throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Thursday afternoon here from Trapper Field in Jamestown. Overcast skies, fingers crossed we don't have any more rain coming through the rest of today. This is the state softball tournament here on yourliveevent.com. As we still have some overcast skies, about 67 degrees right now here in Jamestown. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. The winner of this contest will play the winner of our previous matchup in the quarterfinals with Central Cass and alongside with Renville County. The Squirrels winners in 5, 13-2 over Renville County. The loser to play the Mavericks at 11 o'clock tomorrow. The winner to play the Central Cass Squirrels roughly at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon. Still to come later today, we'll have two more softball quarterfinal round contests. The Mayport CG Patriots will be the number 1 seed. They're scheduled to play at 4 o'clock here against Velva Drake and Moose. Then the nightcap will feature Kindred Richland, the Vikings, going up against the Lax Burlington, Lewis and Clark. The Beulah Miners just have taken their infield outfield with the Thompson Tommies going in the infield. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach. That is Matt Chandler. Around the corner, hear from Thompson. Talk about the matchup and the upcoming contest here with the Beulah Miners next on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
As we continue on our pregame show, here with us now from the Thompson Tommies, he is the head coach. That is Matt Chandler as they tangle with the Beulah Miners here again at a state softball Class B tournament. And Matt, you just take a look at the matchup first and foremost with Beulah. What is this team different or similar to compare to what you saw last year? Obviously, Christensen in the circle, graduated the senior. I know she's still got a younger sister who's a sophomore here, but what's kind of similar for the Beulah Miners from what you've kind of seen so far from when you saw them last in Minot?
You know, they only graduated 2 seniors from last year's team, so there's a lot of similarities. But you take Taylor Christensen out, I mean, Gatorade Player of the Year. She was a stud. But Addie Dale Geiger's no slouch either, and she's going to bring it in the circle. And if we can put the ball in play and put the pressure on Beulah, we got a good chance.
You kind of go through this year's version of Thompson softball to get back to state. What do you like best about this team and their attributes, and what do you think of the opportunity for this year's club to try to make a run as he did last year as an unseeded team all the way to that championship?
You know, on paper, we look really young, but we got a lot of kids with a lot of state experience. You know, we got 2 seniors that have started in five state tournaments. We got 3 sophomores that are playing in their 3rd state tournament. And then we got a bunch of young kids that they got nothing to lose. They're just going to play and let it all hang out today. And I don't think they think the moment is too big for them.
What have you liked most about your pitching here this season in the circle that has allowed you to get to this point? Obviously, really good infield and outfield play behind you to kind of take what's in front of you. But what have you liked about the quality of pitching that you've had so far this season in terms of their ability?
You know, for 3 years we've had the same rotation: Drew Schwab, Sidney Schwabe. And they're not going to blow it by anybody, but they're consistent. They consistently throw strikes and allow teams to put the ball in play so our defense can make plays.
Final thing for you, Matt. What do you want to see most from your team today against the Beulah Miners for Game 1 of 3 that you're going to have in Jamestown this weekend?
It's all about confidence. The ball's going to bounce some weird ways sometimes, and things are going to happen, and how are you going to bounce back from them? But I keep reminding the kids, we're here. We got a chance. Last year we were unseeded and made our way to the championship against Beulah, and just leave it all out on the field.
Matt, good to see you. Best of luck here this weekend in Jamestown.
Thank you very much.
And again, Coach Chandler for the Thompson Tommies will continue on our pregame show. Again, that interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Designing places of lasting value and beauty, Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton continues to be a leader in small town skylines. No project is off the table as they've completed buildings for commercial businesses, educational and medical facilities, public spaces, religious centers, and even residential properties. From start to finish, Bobby and her team will help your visions become reality. Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton, 701-841-1000 and hepperolson.com. Best of luck to the regional athletes in your spring sports tournaments.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
That interview again brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and alongside the Red River Valley Speedway. Taking a look at these two teams for the Beulah Miners, the Region 4 title, defeating Velva Drake Animus 5-0 to get to eventually Jamestown here. 18-6 on the season for head coach Kyle Christensen and the Beulah Miners, the number 3 seed this season here at the state tournament for Beulah last year, winning the state title, their first in program history, making it to state 3 consecutive years from 2021, 22, 23, and now here in 2024. So their 4th time they've been able to make it to a state tournament here for the Beulah Miners. So the Thompson Tommies, head coach by Matt Chandler, a mark of 17-8 on the season here for the Tommies. They lost to Mayport CG in the Region 2 title, but came back with a 12-0 win over Carrington and a state qualifier here for Thompson. And a mark of 17-8. They are the runner-up in Jamestown the last time this was here, this tournament against Central Cass 4-1, and they were runner-up last season in Minot as well, losing to Beulah 5-3. For Thompson and Beulah, this is the 4th consecutive year that these two teams have met in some particular round in the state softball tournament, so very familiar with each other. They did not play during the regular season. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway. Check out the World of Outlaw late models on June the 29th in Ada. Tickets now available at normancountyraceway.com. That again is normancountyraceway.com. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll let you know about some other games and alongside scores throughout the day here across the way. State A in Dickinson, State B here in Jamestown on your liveevent.com.
Pearly Community Co-op has been serving the area producers with exceptional service and quality products since 1933. Schedule your vehicle in the shop for tires, oil changes, and small repair services, delivering premium Cenex Farm fuels and lubricants direct to your location. Call Rob for your farm, fuel, and bulk oil, as well as transport load and contract pricing. 218-861-6561. Burley Community Co-op, locally owned and serving you since 1933. Call 218-861-6561.
Our pre-game show continues here on YourLiveEvent.com. Taking a look at some other scores from across the way at Jack Brown Stadium. In the third inning, it's Thompson 4 and Surrey scoreless. Still to come, it'll be the Cheyenne New Rockford Black Sox as they will play next. We'll have that game for you later today. And then Central Cass will be playing a little bit later on after that as well for state baseball against Center Stanton Wilton Wing. We'll have that game for you on YourLiveEvent.com as well for our audio-only broadcast. Some scores have gone final in the State A softball tournament. Bismarck High with a 15-5 win over Fargo North. So Bismarck High advances to the semifinals. And then in 5 innings, Central Cass again defeats Renville County 13-2. Some of the scores from earlier today. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. So both teams have taken their infield and outfield. The umpires are making their way here to the batter's box, which means we will have the lineup cards, the starting lineups, and the opening pitch next. So we'll take a quick break. We come back after this. We'll get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. This is the pregame show here from Jamestown on YourLiveEvent.com.
Red River Valley Speedway. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. This week is Military Appreciation Night, First Responders Night, and the IMCA Sprint Car Meet and Greet. Stay after the races for fireworks. Sponsored by Star Fireworks, Stutzman Harley Davidson, M&J Brand Saloon, Thunder Country, FM Drain Cleaning and Services, and Leinenkugels. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Well, let's go from here into our starting lineups again. Our starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products. Score on that. Again, is crystalsugar.com. Again, crystalsugar.com. First for the visitors, the Thompson Tommies here. They will go like this. Maya Workin, a sophomore center fielder. Drew Schwab, the senior second baseman. Kaya Hurst will be batting third, the sophomore shortstop. Cindy Schwabe batting cleanup, the senior pitcher. Marley Kurtz batting fifth, the senior third baseman. Fiona Hendrickson, the sophomore catcher, will be batting sixth. Cindy Eliason, the freshman designated player, batting seventh. Claire Calling, the sophomore left fielder, batting eighth. Andy Schwab in right field, the freshman, batting ninth. Then Abby Olson, the flex, the sophomore first baseman here for Thompson. So again, Workin, Schwab, Hurst, with Schwabe, Kurtz, Hendrickson, Eliason, Calling, Schwab, and Abby Olson here for the Thompson Tommies. This is their 26th game of the season. Head coach is Matt Chandler. Again, this is our American Crystal Sugar starting lineup. So you go from there now to the Beulah Miners as they'll roll like this. Batting leadoff, the sophomore pitcher here, Addison Dale Geiger. Dale Geiger batting first in the leadoff spot here for the Beulah Miners. Cassidy Christensen, the daughter of Kyle Christensen here, the head coach. The sophomore shortstop batting second. Callie Steffen, the senior center fielder, batting third. And then you have Ava Seibel, again, the senior, will be batting cleanup, the first baseman here for Beulah. Jada Rembolt, the junior left fielder, batting fifth, with Ellie Wagner behind the plate, the eighth grade catcher. You'll have Clara Hager, the eighth grade third baseman, batting seventh. Peyton Horning, the 8th grade right fielder, batting 8th, and Devaney McKay here will be batting 9th for the Beulah Miners. So again, Dale Geiger, Christensen, Steffen, Seibel, Rimbold, Widener, Hager, Horning, and alongside with McKay here for the starting lineups with the Beulah Miners. Grow our own, live the sweet life. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com, American Crystal Sugar Company, with our starting lineups. So take a quick break, and we come back after this. It'll be the first pitch between the Beulah Miners and the Thompson Tommies. Beulah in their blue tops with their white pants with the gold numerals and lettering outlined in white, while for the Thompson Tommies in their all-black uniforms here today with the white numerals and the green Thompson Tommy logo in front. That does it for our starting lineup, so I have the first pitch next between the Miners and the Tommies.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to all the teams in the state softball tournament, and good luck to the Region 2 champ, Mayport CG Patriots, from the Mayport CG Booster Club.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
As we get to the top of the first inning here, a reminder, we're broadcasting from the Prairie Inn Restaurant of Carrington broadcast booth. From breakfast, dinner, and supper, the Prairie Inn has you covered with their salad line bar, and you can take out a bite of those pies as well. Located by the roundabout in Carrington, call 701-652-3976. That again is the Prairie Inn Restaurant of Carrington broadcast booth that we're broadcasting from here today. Currently in Jamestown, 66 degrees. Those rain cloud shower skies are slowly making its way through from Trapper Field. Here on the western side, we see clear skies coming and some of that summer sun. So that is a look at our weather conditions as well. This is the Region 1. Make that Region 2 versus the Region here for the Thompson Tommies against the Region 4 champ. Thompson finishing runner-up in their respective contest here as we get this game underway in just a few mere moments. Thompson looking for win number 18 of their campaign. For Beulah, they'll be working for number 19. And as head coach Matt Chandler alluded to, Beulah Miners, that Taylor Christensen, the daughter of Kyle Christensen, the Senior Athlete of the Year a season ago in softball, was graduated. But again, a vast majority of players coming back for the Beulah Miners this season. And same thing can be said for the Thompson Tommies in terms of how many varsity girls that they have that have played multiple years here, even though very youthful squad, just 3 seniors with Gemmel, Schwabe, and Schwab again on that original lineup. A very youthful squad here for the Thompson Tommies, but a team that last season made it all the way to the state championship game. So in the circle will be Dale Geiger here for the Beulah Miners with Widener behind the plate. Hager again stands at third with Christensen at short, McKay at second, and Seibel at first. Horning's going to be in right, Steffen in center, and Rembolt is going to be in left field here for the Thompson Tommies. Workin, Schwab, and Hurst here for Thompson as we get our second quarterfinal game underway, and then we'll still have two more for you later today here for our audio-only coverage on yourliveevent.com. Sophomore Maya Workin, as Workin will dig in here. First pitch just going to be after the 2 o'clock hour, then two more games still to come. Winner of this contest will play the Central Cass Squirrels after Central Cass with a 13-2 win over Renville County earlier today in 5 innings. Fletchock with 3 runs driven in. Dale Geiger looks in behind the plates. Opening pitch at 2:01. That'll miss outside, and our second quarterfinal is officially underway. So a sophomore, senior, and sophomore here in the lineup for head coach Matt Chandler to begin this contest off. 1-0 pitch. That'll miss now 2-0. Neither of these teams played against one another throughout the season, but they have a lot of history when it comes to meeting in the state tournament. The 3-0 after that will miss. We'll make it 3 balls and no strikes as they met in 2021, 2022, 2023, and now 2024 at state. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike at 3-1. Matt Chandler up the third base coach's box here. Here's the 3-1 offering upcoming on the way to Workin, and she will take the entire way now 3-2. 2021, Thompson defeated Beulah in this very round 10-0 in the quarters. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Riser, Workin swung on and missed, and there's one down, and Dale Geiger gets the first strikeout of this contest. In 2022, then 3-seeded Beulah defeated Thompson 9-6, and it's a rematch of what we had 2 years ago in this very round. And then last year, Thompson unseeded, made it all the way to the championship, but the Beulah Miners able to win the first one for a team out west a season ago. As you will have Drew Schwab, as this one will be foul tipped in the glove here of Weiner. It's now 0-1. Schwab, the senior second baseman after Maya Workin was up in the count 3-0. Dale Geiger came back with 3 consecutive strikes. This one will run out of the zone now 1-1. Kaya Hurst due up next as the sun is starting to make its way across the Jamestown skies here today for really the first time. As this is going to be hit, a slow grounder to the shortstop. Christensen comes in, fields in time for the out. Seibel able to have the stretch. Good play by Christensen there at short. 6-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. Kaya Hurst, the shortstop sophomore, will come up now here for the Thompson Tommies. And then you have Cindy Schwabe after that as the officials, the umpires here will talk it over and see what everything is coming across. As Coach Christensen and Coach Chandler will talk it over as well. As we're going to have a time. And they'll come over and talk about it here. So on that play was a grounder that came through. Christensen made the play over to first to Seibel. And we'll see what we're going to get called here. As maybe that softball maybe ran into the dirt a little bit, and they might need to get a rake to come out here. So what they're going to do is going to have both teams return to their infield and outfield, as there could be just a little bit of a wet spot still in the infield here. So what we're going to do is we're going to step aside. There's 2 down here. Kaya Hurst will be coming to the plate. Christensen to Seibel. That did retire Drew Schwab, but there might be a little bit of a wet spot that they still got to kind of, if you will, rake out here in the infield. So we'll step aside here, top of the first inning, with Hurst coming to the plate next on yourliveevent.com.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on Your Live Event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
As we come back here, the circle for the pitcher and Dale Geiger is not the official length that you're supposed to have, 16 feet again across the way. So with that being said, they're going to have to re-chalk the circle here at the state softball tournament, as this allows us to take a quick look at what's going on just a few hundred yards away at Jack Brown Stadium for the state baseball tournament featuring Thompson and Surrey. It's the bottom of the third inning. Thompson leads at 9-0, bottom of the third inning over Surrey, as they're trying to do what Central Cass did earlier today, and that was a 10-run rule in 4.5. Surrey, the visiting team, Thompson, the defending back-to-back champs in baseball, currently leads Surrey again 9-0 at Jack Brown Stadium. Greg Grenz with you on the call of that one. So what they're going to allow this to do, take a look at the infield, and they will re-rake, and then they will drop the line. So the first two batters are still out regardless. They won't have a restart. Then it'll be Takaya Hurst. This allows you and us to let you know what's coming up here with RDK Enterprises. RDK Enterprises wishing you a safe spring planting season and hoping that you wrap up as well in the field, barring what Mother Nature, again, has not allowed us to really get in over the last 40 to 50 days, really consistently getting into the fields to finish your spring planting, particularly in the Red River Valley. If you have a precision planting question regarding your planter, you can simply call 701-636-2119. That's 701-636-2119, RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro, and we will get to their Enterprises feature precision play of the contest as well. What we'll do, we'll quick step aside. They're re-chalking the line. When we come back after this, we'll get back to more softball action with Kaya Hurst coming up next here for the Thompson Tommies.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Well, I got everything set, and we're ready to go here in the top of the first. So we had a rain delay that took about 46 minutes in game number one, and now we have a pitchers, if you will, circle delay here in game number two that takes a couple of minutes. And we're ready to go again here in the first. So a working strikeout, a Drew Schwab ground out, and now it's Kaya Hurst here with Dale Geiger working in the first inning. As this will miss inside, it's now 1-0. Winner of this game has the Squirrels tomorrow at 4. Loser has the Mavericks of Renville County at 11 in a consolation semi. The 1-0 pitch is hit and over the glove of McKay into short right field. It's a 2-out single here for Kaya Hurst, and the Thompson Tommies have their first base runner of the contest. As you'll have Cindy Schwabe now, the senior pitcher. One of a handful of seniors here for head coach Matt Chandler. Also talked about in the pregame show, saying, you know what she'll do in the circles, hit your spots, force you to put the ball in play. Might not necessarily blow a softball by you consistently enough, but able to attack the zone and utilize the defense behind her, as she will take for a ball here at 1-0. For Coach Christensen, gives the signs from the third base dugout. Thompson up the first base dugout here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Delayed steal for Hurst, and she will slide in safely. So Hurst gets into scoring position, and that'll be 2-0 here for Cindy Schwabe. And in our first game, Renville County hit a 2-out double that eventually left the runner at second base stranded. Thompson trying to score first here against the number 3 seed in the Beulah Miners. 2-0 off-speed, good spot. Schwabe takes a strike as Dale Geiger Now works the count to 2 balls and a strike. Hurst with a single, a stolen base to get into scoring position now for Thompson. Del Geiger with the 2-1. This one swung up. Little rise ball there. Now 2-2. Larkin worked the count full before striking out in the first. Schwab on the third pitch of the at-bat. Grounded out to the shortstop in Christensen. 2-2 pitch. And we'll have our second full ball count here of the contest. Marley Kurtz again due up after that, the senior third baseman. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2, and that'll be a ball 4. So runners at first and second now here for the Thompson Tommies, all via the 2-out variety with Marley Kurtz trying to keep it going, the senior third baseman. Runner at second is Hurst, Schwabe at first, and Kurtz at the plate. 2 down here in the top half. That'll be out of the zone now, 1-0. Fifth batter to the plate here for the Thompson Tommies. 6 foot high, about walls across the way, both from left all the way down to right. New from what they were a couple years ago as they just put those in. This will be hit foul, 1-1. Scoreboard out in right, wind blowing in a little bit, but not too much. Batting cages up the third base side here in Jamestown. Fiona Hendrickson due up next if Kurtz can climb aboard. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Del Geiger went up in the zone on that one and now is 1 strike away from getting out of any threat here in the top half of the first inning. As the 1-2 pitch upcoming here to Marley. Swung on and missed, and Marley is retired. There were no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Del Geiger with 2 strikeouts in the first here on your liveevent.com.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Bottom of the first inning, we return here to Trapper Field in Jamestown. This one going to be in there for a strike. For Schwabe, it'll be 0-1. Pitcher versus pitcher here. Dale Geiger, Christensen, and Steffen, the 1-2-3 batters here for the Beulah Miners. The 0-1 in there for a strike, now 0-2. Seibel, Rembolt, and Widener batting 4, 5, and 6. Hager, Horning, and McKay batting then 9th. The 0-2 pitch is fouled, and we'll keep it at no balls and 2 strikes. Calling in left field, working in center. And then you have in right field here for the Thompson Tommies. We'll get to that in just a moment. This one's going to be hitting the air, popped up, playable, and this one will eventually go out of play. And we'll keep it at 0-2 again. So you got Andy Schwab again in right field, and then playing second base is going to be Drew Schwab with Olsen at first, Hurst at shortstop, Kurtz at third, and Hendrickson behind the plate. Here's the 0-2. The zone, and Schwab was looking for a little off speed. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So keep you apprised of the Thompson baseball game. Again, last we heard, bottom of the third, 9-0 Thompson over Surrey. As this is hit to left center field. And the left fielder there, and Calling able to take a couple of steps across. And that's allowed out number 1 here for Dale Geiger. And there's 1 down. As you will have Sidney Schwabe. The sophomore shortstop will go. Cassidy Christensen going up against here with Schwabe. The pitch. This one will miss out of the zone. In the circle again, the senior Sydney Schwabe here for the Thompson Tommies. The 1-0 pitch. This one is hit into left as well. The left fielder sees this one to the warning track to the wall. Oh, what a catch! What a catch by Colleen. Able to potentially rob a homer. She put the glove up right where it was going to about reach the top of the fence. She ran out of real estate, and 2 down here right to left fielder there with Colleen. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first as Christensen nearly earned a solo home run or at least had extra base hits. Colleen did a great job getting back to the wall, putting the glove up, and where the softball went, right to the glove. And Stefan now falls behind 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike upcoming here to the number 3 batter in the lineup. 1-1's going to be hit up the first base side. That'll go foul at 1-2. Seibel due up next here for the Beulah Miners. So a couple of flyouts so far to left. Stefan, the senior center fielder here for the Beulah Miners. Here's the 1-2. Missing on the outer part of the plate now, 2-2. For the Beulah Miners, 4 players from the All-Region 4 team this season. The 2-2 pitch, that'll be out of the zone now, 3-2. Well, for the Thompson Tommies, they have 3 All-Region 2 players here this season for Thompson. The 3-2, it'll be a walk. So Stefan draws the walk. First base runner of the contest here for the Beulah Miners. As you will have Ava Seibel due up here for Beulah. Seibel, the senior first baseman, batting in a cleanup spot here for the Miners. This will miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. We head to the top of the second. Once we go there, Hendrickson, Lyson, and Colleen, the 6, 7, and 8 batters due up for the Thompson Tommies. This one's popped up into short. Make that the second baseman, Drew Schwab, as comes in on the little line drive to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. 1 complete here from the state quarterfinals. We're scoreless on your liveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Pearly Community Co-op has been serving the area producers with exceptional service and quality products since 1933. Schedule your vehicle in the shop for tires, oil changes, and small repair services. Delivering premium Cenex Farm fuels and lubricants direct to your locations. Call Rob for your farm fuel and bulk oil, as well as transport load and contract pricing. 218-861-6561. Pearly Community Co-op, locally owned and serving you since 1933. Call 218-861-6561.
Update from Jack Brown Stadium, bottom of the 4th inning. Thompson 11, Surrey scoreless, bottom of the 4th. So Thompson looking to 10-run rule Surrey in baseball. Here in softball, Thompson and Beulah heading to the 2nd inning here with Hendrickson, Lyson, and Colleen again, the 6, 7, and 8 batters. As Dale Geiger comes on for her 2nd inning of work, the 1-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. Thompson and Beulah played in a championship last season, 5-3, in which Beulah was the first team from the western side of the state to win a sanctioned softball title in Class B in North Dakota. The inaugural NDHSAA tournament was 2012. The Lax Burlington was the only other team prior to Beulah from the west to make it to a state championship game, at least on the B side. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way here to Hendrickson. Earlier today, out west, Bismarck High defeated Fargo North in the state A quarters, 15-5. 2-0 pitch. No, Geiger earns the strikeout. That'll be her 3rd back-to-back Ks, and there's 1 down here in the 2nd. Cindy Lyson here, the freshman designated player for the Thompson Tommies. Thompson earned a little bit of a 2-out rally in the 1st inning. Hurst with a single, Schwabe with a walk, and then Kurtz was punched out by Del Geiger here. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did she go through the zone? They'll appeal, and the answer will be no. Now 1-0. From our standpoint here, Eliason looked like she kept it back, but they just double-checked to see if she went through the zone. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Off speed. This one will be right up the first baseline. Del Geiger fields her position in time by a step. 1-3 to Seibel, and Eliason is retired, and there's 2 down. Claire Calling, the sophomore left fielder here. At Trapper Field, a couple of grandstands right behind the plates. A couple of grandstands in right field. You can do so in left and then bring kind of your own portable chair and hang out throughout the particular day. Batting from the left-hand side, the sophomore left fielder here in Calling. And she will take one, missing. It'll be 1-0. Then Andy Schwab on the on-deck circle before it goes back to top of the lineup here for Thompson. As Del Geiger sees this one hit on the ground, Christensen takes a 4-hopper and goes across to Seibel there, 6-3 on the putout. A 3-up, 3-down second as we played an inning and a half from the state quarters scoreless on your liveevent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Well, mark your calendars down for the Red River Valley Fair. That's upcoming. 3 weekends of fun in West Fargo, June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. If you like country, well, they got Blake Shelton. If you like a little rock and roll, Hairballs coming on stage, the Google Dolls, Sublime, and more. That's all at the Red River Valley Fair in West Fargo. 3 weekends of fun beginning June 28th through the 30th. For a complete schedule from 4-H to some of the food vendors and more, go to redrivervalleyfair.com. That is redrivervalleyfair.com. Chase Miller with you here from Trapper Field in Jamestown. As for the Beulah Miners, they will have their second time up at the plate here. They're 5, 6, and 7 batters. Jada Rembolt batting leadoff here. Then Widener and Hager. As this going to be laced into center. Warkin takes a couple of steps over to her left, and there's been 3 outs so far here for Beulah in the outfield. And then you do have a little soft line drive to the second baseman, Drew Schwab, and there's 1 down. Ellie Widener, the 8th grade catcher, coming up here for Beulah. As this one will miss, it's now 1-0, so make sure you stay tuned. Upcoming, we will get to our post-game show. Once we get there, we will hear from some of the victorious players. We'll also get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, that and more still to come once we get to our post-game show. 2 balls and no strikes, so Cindy Schwabe falling behind Rembolt and Widener here in the second. This is going to be a C&I, yes it is, single into left. Widener is aboard here for the 8th grade catcher, and that's the first hit of the game here for the Beulah Miners, and there's a runner on. As Hager, the third baseman, coming up to the plate for Beulah. As Clara here will see this one in the dirt. Good backhanded by Hendrickson, as it's now 1-0. So after getting ahead of batters in the first, Sydney here in the circle for Thompson falling behind batters, as this one's going to be popped up over us. Now 1-1. Pretty nice netting. This complex home to the University of Jamestown Jimmies and alongside the Jamestown Blue Jays throughout the spring. The 1-1 pitch. And Hendrickson sees this one in front of her again, able to block it. Now 2-1. And we'll put some money in respectively to this complex for last handful of seasons. This year adding lights and the full fences across the outfield as well, as now Hager will see a 3-ball, 1-strike count upcoming. Here's the 3-1 from Schwabe. This is going to be hit down the right field line, an inside-out swing. That's a fair ball. Widener rounding second, on her way to third. Here's the relay. Not going to be in time. It is a back-to-back singles here for the Beulah Miners. Widener goes first to third. Hager Hits one up the right field line, and now there's runners at the corners with one down. Second consecutive hit here for Beulah. A CNI single, then able to fist that one off. There was Hager as Peyton Horney, now another 8th grader here for the Beulah Miners. We'll see this one will be a ball. So number 8 batter to line up here for Beulah, trying to plate that first run across for the Miners in the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 pitch in there for the strike. It will be a delayed steal as Clara will get into second base. Horning will see this one call the strike, and there's runners in scoring position. 1-1. I'll make it 1-2. Schwabe would like something to see in front of her. Either a pop-up strikeout here, try to get out number 2. Miners looking for something in the infield, or the outfield that is, as this one is foul back. Vela Drake Animus and the Mayport CG Patriots awaiting the conclusion of this game to get on the softball diamond next. This is going to be fouled, and it will continue to be a 1-2 strike count. So we're at third base again as Widener. Hager stands at second after that single and the delayed steal. Here's the 1-2. Out of the zone now, 2-2. 4 batters up in the first inning for Beulah. This is their 4th batter here in the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one will miss. Now 3-2. Full count. You do have a base open if you're Schwabe, but you're looking for a strikeout or possibly a pop-up. 3-2 instead. This one's going to get by the catcher, Hendrickson. Coming in to score from third base will be Widener. It's a walk followed by a wild pitch, and it's now a 1-0 contest here for the Beulah Miners. So the wild pitch will bring in the Widener here as Matt Chandler's going to talk it over with his infield. This will allow us to step away on your liveevent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
So after a quick meeting in the circle, we're at it again with one down here. And for the Beulah Miners, they will just, with Peyton Horning, gently get to second base here on that delayed steal. One down. McKay takes a strike. The 0-1 looking for the squeeze play. The third baseman will come in. Kurtz, they get the runner out at first. The runner comes in, though, from third. That was more not of a suicide. That was more of a safety squeeze on the play. There coming in to score will be Hager. Horning gets to third base, and McKay did a good job. It's tough there because if you're Kurtz, you'd make the right play, you get the out at second, but right when that ball leaves the third baseman's hand, the runner from third base with Hager was hard charging, and now you'll have 2 down with the runner at third, and it's a new score at 2-0. Back to the top of the lineup as well here for Beulah. As you will see, Addie Dale Geiger. They'll make it 1-0 on the play. 1-0 pitch is popped up. Second baseman there, and Drew Schwab calls everybody off. And the Beulah Miners do score 2 runs here in the second inning. We head to the top of the third with a new score. It's Beulah 2, Thompson scoreless on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Top of the third inning we go here in Jamestown. 9-1 and 2 batters due up here for Thompson. So far, Edison Dale Geiger, 2 innings of work with a hit across. She has yet to give up a run and delivers a strike to the freshman here, right fielder in Andy Schwab. A single that was with Kaya Hurst and a walk with Schwabe, and that's been the base runner so far here for Thompson. The 0-1 in there for a strike, now 0-2. Dale Geiger with back-to-back strikeouts to end the first and start the second. 0-2 pitch, and well, she gets her fourth strikeout here against this Thompson lineup, and there's one down. Final from Jack Brown Stadium, Thompson defeats Surrey in 5 innings, 14-0, so the Thompson Tommy baseball team making its way back to the state semifinals. They won the last 2 straight baseball championships. Off-speed pitch in there for a strikeout, 0-1. Maya Workin worked the count full back in the first inning before striking out here against Edison Dale Geiger. Here's the 0-1. That'll run in now 1-1. Take a look at Dale Geiger again for the Beulah Miners, sophomore, part of the All-Region 4 team here for Beulah this season, the 1-1. That'll run inside, miss, now 2-1. So you go from the Gatorade Senior Athlete of the Year with Miss Christensen Taylor to now a sophomore here with Dale Geiger. Central Cass won with a freshman pitcher earlier today with Whitney Mitchell. As this one will miss inside, now 3-1. Here's a 3-1 offering. This is going to be hit in the air. That's going to go down for a base knock. Rounding first is working. Here comes the big turn. The relay not going to be in time. It's a 1-out double here for the sophomore center. Horning McKay to Christensen. Couldn't quite beat Maya Workin there. And it's another base knock here for Thompson, their second of the contest. As you will see Drew Schwab at the plate. Then it's Kaya Hurst after that. So Thompson, 3 up, 3 down second. They had 5 batters to the plate in the first. Had a little 2-out rally come up short as Drew Schwab swings at a rise ball up. Now it's 0-1. Thompson to at least get that runner in from second base here and working and trying to make it a 2-1 deficit before Beulah comes up to the plate. 0-1 looking to bunt. It's a good bump barehanded there by Dale Geiger. Goes across the way to the first baseman, Seibel, 1-3. Workin does make her way to third base, and there's 2 down. So you bring up Kaya Hurst with a single her last time up. As the Thompson Tommies with the runner at third base again with Workin. Dale Geiger sees this one. Good catch there by Widener. That gets by Widener. Workin would have been beelining it from third base to try to score instead. It's just a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on the way to the number 3 batter here for Thompson. Addison Dale Geiger with 4 strikeouts so far here today. This will miss now 2-0, and this could be the old intentional, unintentional. Don't want to have to if you have a base open with Hurst, especially now 2-0. We'll see how aggressive Dale Geiger is. Good off speed pitch. Hurst down in front of it. Now that makes it back to a battle here. 2 balls and a strike. Region 1 winners earlier today. Now it's a matter of will Region 2 or Region 4 join them here in this second game. 2-1 pitch, another off speed. Goes a little slower on that one. Now it's 2-2. So after a couple of off speed pitches, we'll see if Dale Geiger goes back to that rise ball. Here's the 2-2. There it comes, and the strikeout to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. Edison Dale Geiger, 3 innings of work across, 5 strikeouts, 2 hits, a walk-in, no runs across. As we go to the bottom of the third inning, 2-0 Beulah on YourLiveEvent.com.
The messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Let's get to our Great Plains Fireworks play of the game defensively so far. That was the calling. You could almost call it an extra base hit. Would have potentially been a home run by Cassidy Christensen. That was in the first inning. That was a calling again. Great Plains Fireworks located in Hillsboro, just off the frontage road of I-94, I-29, as Christensen hits one into right center field. That was going to be caught. Here's Christensen with 2 flyouts, one to left and one to right, as Andy Schwab comes across for the first out. But again, that calling defensive play in the first is our sparkling play of the game so far, brought to you in part by Great Plains Fireworks, just off the frontage road again in Hillsboro. So there's one down here on the bottom of the third inning, as Stefan here works with a 1-0 count. Walked her last time up. 2-out walk in the first. This is going to be hit, and that'll eventually go foul, as now 1-1. The Thompson Tommies looking to put a 0 up here in the bottom of the third inning, get the bats up to the plate and try to solve the riddle that is Addison Dale Geiger. This is going to be a soft little line drive right to the first baseman. Olsen makes the play, and there's 2 down here in the third. Soft little line drive. As you will have now Ava Seibel. Seibel 0 for 1 with a line drive out her last time up. A little soft line drive to Drew Schwab to finish off the first inning. This will be in there for a strike now, 0-1. No runs across for Thompson so far, as they have 2 hits. They've left 3. For the Beulah Miners, 2 runs, as this is going to be popped to the third baseman. Nice glove play by Kurtz. That's a 3-up, 3-down inning in the circle for Sydney Schwabe. We played 3 complete here. The Beulah Miners, 2 runs, 2 hits with 2 runners left on in their own right. We head to the fourth. It's still 2-0 Beulah on your liveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
So we take a look at some other scores from across the way. Shanley defeats Williston in the State A baseball tournament 6-4. Shanley with the win. Earlier today from Dickinson on the softball side, 15-5. Bismarck High defeated Fargo North. Again, that was on the State A softball side. In Dickinson, here in Jamestown, Thompson able to move on in the State B quarters on the baseball side here. Top of the fourth inning, looking to bunt. This one will go foul. Here for Cindy Schwabe, looking to bunt that one, and it will be strike one. Cindy with the walker last time up, now 0-1. Popped up immediately. Weiner just couldn't see it, and it landed about 3 feet to the right of her here. So Thompson fortunate to get this one back to where it is. The 0-1 is going to be in there for a strike now at 0-2. As Dale Geiger with the 0-2, that'll run in now 1-2. Thompson sent 5 batters to the plate in the first, 3 in the second, and 4 in the third. And this in Dale Geiger, 2 hits against. Both have been a single and then a double. This is foul back to the netting, and we'll keep it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Years ago here in Jamestown, it was hot, humid, and sunny the entire 3 days. It was, I think 90 degrees was about the coolest day that it was over those 3-day period. 1-2 upcoming here. Off-speed pitch. This is hit in the air. That's going to go to left, and this one will one-hop the wall. Schwabe rounds first on her way to second. The Thompson Tommies with their third hit of the game, and this, for the first time, they have a leadoff runner on against Del Geiger. Third hit here against Del Geiger, and now the Thompson Tommies, they left a runner at third base in the third inning. We'll try to bring the runner in this time as Beulah has a 2-0 advantage. Kurtz with a strikeout her last time up. Del Geiger sees this one, works ahead now 0-1. With how Del Geiger's pitching, the question is 2 runs enough for the Beulah Miners? Thompson hoping the answer is no, as they want to get something together strung in particular order here. And it's still early enough in the game to have productive outs, moving runners up 60 feet. With Marley here, the 0-2. This will be a nice catch by Weiner behind the plate. Now 1-2. Rembolt in left, Steffen in center, and Horning in right. Here for the outfield, part of the Beulah Miners. The 1-2. Foul tipped, and we'll do it again here for Marley. Hager at third base, Christensen at short. McKay stands at second. Seibel at first, and Widener again behind the plate. Cindy Schwabe able to one-hop the wall in left field. That turned around Rembrandt. Stands in scoring position here for Thompson. Here's the 5th pitch of the at-bat. That'll be out of the zone. So Marley Kurtz falling behind 0-2, fouling off some pitches. Able to see a couple of balls, and now sees it 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. That'll run out of the zone as well. Now 3-2. Just one free pass in the contest. That was Cindy Schwabe back in the first for Del Geiger in the circle. The payoff pitch. 3-2. That'll be a walk. So Thompson gets the tying run to first base here in the top of the 4th with Fiona Hendrickson 0 for 1 with a strikeout for the sophomore catcher coming up in batter number 6 in the lineup here for Thompson. There's the offering. That'll miss low. Now 1-0. Final from Target Field, the Minnesota Twins pick up a 7-6 win here today over the Kansas City Royals. So Twins able to win the series against KC. 1-0 pitch, now 1-1. For Thompson right now, Schwabe stands at second, Kurtz at first here. Best opportunity since realistically the first when they had 2 runners on, but that was with 2 outs. This is fisted. Christensen comes in. It's an infield fly, and there's 1 down. Infield fly rule in effect. Now it's Cindy Eliason. Here for the Tommies, the freshman designated player. Thompson looking for something to get to the outfield to try to get this deficit cut to 1. They left 2 runners on the first, a runner in the third. The runner in the third by Maya Workin was standing at third base. Big swing now 0-1, and if Edison Del Geiger gets out of this inning with a goose egg, it can be a big momentum opportunity here for Beulah to try to work with it once they get back into the batter's box in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Still work to be done for both teams here in the 4th. The 0-1 now makes it 0-2. Outfield playing straight away here for the Miners. The 0-2 coming from Del Geiger. Foul tipped, and we'll do it all over again. Bottom of the 4th inning for the Beulah Miners. They will be sending up their 5, 6, and 7 batters with Jada Rembolt due up to lead things off in the bottom of the 4th for Beulah. The 0-2 is going to be hit on the ground. The third baseman there, Hager, gets one looking to turn 2. She did it! Hager turns 2. What a stretch by Seibel. 5-3 on the double play. And they're going to say, yes, that was the double play. So a grounder there by Eliason. Hager with the backhanded play with Seibel. And that, without question, is a Great Plains Fireworks sparkling play of the game located in Hillsboro. So for the Thompson Tommies, no runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We head to the top make it now the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 2-0 Beulah on your liveevent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go for the Beulah Miners. They will be having Rembolt, Weiner, and Hager, the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate here, with Beulah leading by 2 runs in the state quarters. Beulah, the number 3 seed here, going up against the unseeded Thompson Tommies. A rematch of last year's state championship in Minot, where it was 5-3. Beulah eventually defeating the Thompson Tommies in that championship matchup. 2-0 pitch. Now 2-1. So if you're Thompson, trying to get out of the inning here, keep it at 2. Then you'll have 9 outs to work with to try to get a run or 2 across here against Elgeiger. But with how she's been able to pitch here today, runs have been tough to come by for this Thompson Tommy offensive club. Loser plays Renville County tomorrow. Winner plays Central Cass. As this will miss out of the zone, will be a 5-pitch walk, and Jada Rembolt is aboard. 3rd walk of the contest. 1 in the 1st, 2nd, and now the 4th here for Cindy Schwabe. As you will have Ellie Widener here, a single with a run scored her last time up in the 2nd. This is going to be right over us. And now it'll be 0-1 for a foul ball. Runner at first base again is Rembolt. Next game is scheduled to start at 4 o'clock with Mayport CG and Velva Drake Adamoose. After the first game of the day was Central Cass, and Renville County had a 46-minute rain delay. Here's the 0-2. That'll miss now 1-2. 1-2 offering from Schwabe. That'll be in the dirt now, 2-2, as Rembolt again earned a walk, stands at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This will be popped up into short right field. The second baseman, Drew Schwab, calls off the sister Andy Schwab, and they nearly turned the double play. As getting back was Rembolt there. So pop out, and there's 1 down. Clara Hager, a single with a run scored and a stolen base her last time up in the 2nd inning for the number 7 batter here for the Beulah Miners. This is going to be hit high in the air. That's to left. Calling comes in a couple of steps, and there's 2 down. So a fly out to the left fielder, as we will see Peyton Horning, a walk with a stolen base her last time up in the 2nd inning. And Sydney Schwab right now. Schwabe 1 out away from getting the Thompson bats up to the plate, as this one will go foul at 0-1. Game that started just after the 2 o'clock hour had about 4-minute delay after they had to make sure they had the circle all situated properly again, with wasn't the regulation 16 feet around, a little bit tighter than that, so they had to redraw that once they did. Able to get back on, so not too much of a delay. No balls, 2 strikes here on the foul by Horning. Schwabe with the 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball, and we'll keep it at 0-2. We've seen in high school sports the premium of having multiple pitchers. In baseball, just because of the appearances and the particular pitches you can throw in a tournament, but even here in softball, the 0-2 on the outer part, now 1-2. It doesn't have to blow a 60-mile-an-hour pitch, 70-mile-an-hour pitch against someone. It can just be really efficient, as this one will be in the dirt, eventually making their way to second base. Here will be Rembolt. Rembolt makes the big turn all the way around third. So that YO pitch, the catcher and Hendrickson just couldn't see where the softball was, and it kind of just stopped in the backstop. So going first to third here for Beulah is Jada Rembolt, again on that YO pitch. 2-2 upcoming. Schwabe will see this zone now be 3-2. And as we alluded to, just having a well pitcher, even like Schwabe here, she might not blow you away, but she will find ways to utilize the zone, utilize her defense behind her. Hurst goes across. Speaking of the defense, there's the ground out. 2 little hoppers, 6-3 on the putout to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and you did leave one Beulah Minor on base. We played 4 complete here. It's still 2-0 on your liveevent.com.
CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to all the teams in the state softball tournament, and good luck to the Region 2 champ, Mayport CG Patriots, from the Mayport CG Booster Club.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line Salad Bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
And at the top of the 5th inning, Colleen looking to bunt on the very first pitch, and she executed it to perfection. First pitch, Colleen hits a bunt, takes it with her up the first base line about 5 feet from the fair foul territory, as Seibel had to come in at first base and glove it, and it's an infield single here for Colleen, and that'll be the 4th hit of the contest for the Thompson Tommies, who right now, with how this score holds, are down to their final 9 outs in this one. First pitch swinging. This one will go foul. Now it'll be 0-1. 8, 9, and 1 batters here for the Thompson Tommies. Calling again stands at first. Andy Schwabe now falls behind. No balls and a strike. She struck out her last time up in the 3rd inning. Did she go through the zone? Yes, they said that the batter did. They're going to double check here, as we'll see it 0-2 currently right now. And I think Matt Chandler is asking to see if they can talk with an umpire on that one just to check. But the home plate umpire said you did go through the zone. That will be a strike. Now no balls and 2 strikes here. And Maya Workin due up next here for Thompson. So nice piece of hitting there by Colleen, the sophomore left fielder, to get a board on first base here. The 0-2 pitch upcoming. Laced down the left field line, but that'll slice foul and out of play. Thompson so far today with 4 hits. They've yet to score a run. They've left 4 runners on with 0 errors. For the Beulah Miners, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they've left 3 runners left on base so far here in this one. Here's the 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and there's a strikeout. So Dale Geiger gets her first out of the contest in the bottom of the 5th. Will be Dale Geiger's 6th strikeout. Now back to the top of the lineup here, working with a double her last time up. Looking to bunt. This one is bunted, and that'll go for a foul ball. So after Colleen got on first base here with a single, back-to-back innings for the Thompson Tommies that they had a leadoff runner on. They had a 2-out rally go awry in the first, a 3-up, 3-down second, had a 1-out double in the 3rd, and then a double and a walk to start things off in the 4th. The 0-1. Workin will see this one. Here's the flip throw. As Weiner goes to Seibel there, as Colleen comes back. This one will miss out of the zone. It's now 1 ball and a strike here to Workin. Here's the 1-1 offering. That'll run up now 2-1 as Weiner trying to keep Colleen as close to be for Thompson. The tying run stands at the plate here in the sophomore center fielder, Maya Workin. 1 of 2 so far here today. Here's the 2-1. That'll run in at the knee. Now 3-1 here for Edison Dale Geiger. 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 4 in the 3rd inning so far here in the circle. Del Geiger with a 3-1 offering. This is going to be hit in the air. That's down the line, and that will be a foul ball, just missing by about a half a foot. And now it's 3-2. Horning gave it a good chase, but she was not going to get there. And if that does land fair, easily going first to third is Colleen, and then Maya Workin, depending on how they would field the ball, she would have easily been at first, maybe second. 3-2. This is fouled, and a good battle here at the top of the lineup. Maya Workin worked the count full in the first, worked the count to 3 balls in the third, and back to now a full count here in the fifth. 3-2 pitch on the way. That'll miss inside, and for Del Geiger, that'll be her 3rd walk of the game. Colleen will take second. Workin will take first. And now you have runners at first and second, and as we said in the 4th inning, Thompson has the tying run on the base pass here now in the 5th as it goes to Drew Schwab. Schwab used that sack to bring Workin to third base her last time up. 0 for 1 so far here today. Looking to bunt again, she does. It's a good bunt. Del Geiger fields it, flips it, and a snow cone catch at first there by Seibel. Nice barehanded play by Del Geiger. She gloves it, then goes across. Not sure if he would have got that, but instead another productive out here. Runners in scoring position for Hurst. Hurst with a single, her last for the only hit for her today. She's 1 of 2, single and a strikeout her last time up. This one will run in now 1-0. Del Geiger fell behind Hurst 2-0 before coming back and striking her out on a couple of really good off-speed pitches. Then able to speed it back up and get the strikeout. The 1-0. That'll be up. Now 1-1. Batter number 5 of the inning here for Thompson. Sydney Schwabe due up next here for the Tommies. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Del Geiger looking to get out of the inning. 1-1, now 1-2. Well, for Thompson, trying to get something through the infield. It would score 1 and possibly tie the game if Hurst can put something in the outfield here. The 1-2 pitch. Foul tipped, and we'll do it again. For the Beulah Miners, bottom of the 5th inning, they will send their 9-1-2 batters, McKay, Del Geiger, and Christensen, to the plates. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, Hurst hits this one, but that'll be a foul ball. Right down the third base line. If that hits the runner there and calling, it's out. But out in front of it, Hurst, there was the off speed, saw it, able to get enough of it and have another opportunity here. A couple of back-to-back foul tips. 1-2 into the glove, and there's a strikeout. Del Geiger gets her 7th strikeout of the game, and for the Thompson Tommies, they leave 2 runners on. No runs on a hit, no errors as we played 4.5 here today. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's Beulah leading it by 2 on your liveevent.com.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
As we come back, we get to our in-game update brought to you in part by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. They have great jobs from schools, business, recreation, and more. Raise your kids in a nice neighborhood and a safe community in Hillsborough, located just off I-29. There's more at 104. That's exit 104. Here's your Hillsborough in-game update for the Thompson Tommies. No runs, 4 hits. They've left so far 6 runners on base, as this will go foul on be a ball. Well, for the Beulah Miners, so far 2 runs so far in the 2nd inning. They've left 3 runners on via 2 hits, and it's a strike here to McKay. 1-1 upcoming. 1-1 pitch. That'll miss now. 2-1. Wild pitch, which brought Widener in to make it 1-0, and then a little bit of a safety squeeze on the way to make it 2-0 later on in the inning. It was a nice job by McKay her last time up, which then played at Hager. 3 balls and a strike here in the 5th. That'll miss. A 5-pitch walk. Beulah earned a walk in the first, one in the second, one in the fourth, and one in the fifth here. And for the Beulah Miners, we'll see how they want to play this with the pitcher and Addison Delgeiger 0 for 2 today, where runs have been tough to come by for both of these teams. That's to be in there for a strike now, 0-1. Calling in left with Workin in center. Andy Schwab is in right here for the Thompson Tommies. The 0-1 pitch. Here's the throw to first. It'll now be 1-1. Kurtz is in third base. Hurst is at short. Drew Schwab stands at second, and Olson stands at first. As this is going to be a foul ball. Now 1-2 with Hendrickson behind the plate. So for the Thompson Tommies, in a similar situation that we said in the third, fourth, and the fifth, after unable to bring in the runs, trying to have Schwab minimize any damage here with a runner at first base. And this will go foul again. So 1-2. Addison Delgeiger, fly out and a pop out so far here in this contest. This will be hit in the air. That's going to be down for a base knock. It's a single. So a walk followed by a single here. And for Beulah, that's their first base knock since the second inning. And the Miners have runners at first and second. As you have Cassidy Christensen 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a fly out to right here in this contest. This will be bunted up in the air. The catcher nearly got there with Hendrickson. Instead, it will be a strike, and it's 0-1. Just came enough up the first base line there for Hendrickson. She made the diving attempt, just unable to come up with it, as it will be 0-1 upcoming here to the number 2 batter in the Miners lineup. The 0-1 pitch. This one is bunted right on the ground. Schwabe able to field it in time for the out. So the sacrifice bunt moves up the runners. McKay goes to third base. Delgeiger goes to second. And there's one down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Callie Steffen 0 for 1 with a walker last time up in the first. Steffen pops this one up. This will go foul. The first baseman, and Olson comes across, and one pitch. And the number 3 batter, Steffen, is retired. Large out number 2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Ava Seibel 0 for 2 with a little line drive and a pop-out so far here today. Beulah left a runner on at third base in the fourth. Now they have runners in scoring position here in the fifth. This is going to be a tough play, but a nice play by Drew Schwab in the short center field. She had to kind of take a couple of steps. Looked like it might have potentially had a chance to drop, but the Beulah Miners with a walk and a single left awry here in the fifth. No runs and a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. We played 5. It's still 2-0 Beulah on yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Top of the 6th inning here. Thompson down to their final 6 outs right now, as you will have Sydney Schwabe, the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate. Schwabe with a walk and a double so far here today for the Thompson Tommies. Delgeiger 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts. Now it's going to be 0-2. Thompson trying to get to 18-8 on the season, while Beulah's trying to get to 19-6. With a win here today, The 0-2 pitch. Nice ball. That'll be out of the zone now, 1-2. State B softball quarterfinals earlier today. Central Cass with a 13-2 win over Renville County. Grace Fletchock with 3 runs driven in. Whitney Mitchell with the 5-inning complete game win for the Central Cass Squirrels. Still to come, Mayport CG, Velva Drake out of Moose next. And then the nightcap will feature Kindred Richland going up against Delax Burlington, Lewis and Clark. 2-2 pitch, now 3-2. So Schwabe falls behind 0-2, 3 consecutive balls now. Here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-2 is going to be a strikeout. This gets by the catcher, though, with Widener, so reaching base will be Schwabe. And the Thompson Tommies will get a runner on here in the 6th. Each strikeout for Dale Geiger, but just wasn't completed as Schwabe was waiting to see what the call was, and by the time she found out what the call was, it went by Widener's hands, so she was able to scamper to first base. As now Kurtz will come up to the plate. Kurtz looking to bunt. This one will go into the netting, now 0-1. Marley so far 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk here today. Her last time up was the 4th inning. So Thompson has been knocking on the door every inning outside of the 2nd to try to get a runner on and a runner in. The 0-1, this one gets through the glove of Widener, so now the lead runner with Schwabe will get to first base, to 2nd now on the pass ball. Thompson left a runner in scoring position in the 1st, in the 3rd, 4th, and then they left 2 on the 5th. That's just scoring position here for Thompson, trying to get the lid off, if you will. As this one is foul back now, 1-2 off of the Beulah Miners. They're currently 6 outs away again from Madison Dale Geiger, working out of any trouble here from what we saw throughout this particular contest and trying to make their way to the semis. The 1-2 pitch. That'll miss low at the knee, now 2-2. In a game that's just over 65 minutes old today here in Jamestown. The 2-2 offering. Strike 3 looking, and Kurtz is retired. And there's one down. Fiona Hendrickson 0 for 2, popped out to the shortstop Christensen in the 4th inning. Schwabe stands at 2nd. This one will miss in, now 1-0. So for the play of the game right now is that double play, if you will, in the 4th inning by Hager at 3rd, as she did it, stepping on the bag and then threw across the Seibel to retire Eliason. That's when Thompson had runners at 1st and 2nd. As this is fisted foul with 1 out. She gets on base in some way, somehow. Possibly could have been runners at 1st and 2nd again with 2 down, and who knows what Claire Calling could have done, but instead, get out of the inning. That was back in the 4th. The 1-1. This is fisted, and it'll go foul one more time, now at 1-2. Now once this game wraps up, we will get to our post-game show. Name your RDK Enterprises play of the game. And we'll hear from and we'll name a Enbridge Energy player of the game as the off-speed misses out of the zone, 2-2. Dale Geiger's done a good job with the off-speed a couple of times here today for the Beulah Miners. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul tipped into the glove of Widener, and that's the strikeout and punch-out number 10. So it's been 3 strikeouts in the inning, but Schwabe able to reach base as Widener was unable to complete the strikeout after dropping the ball going all the way back to the backstop here. And now it's Cindy Eliason. Eliason with 2 ground outs, 1 to the pitcher and 1 to the third baseman here. It'll be 1-0. Thompson's been in the same situation the last couple innings where we've said if you can get one into the outfield, you score a run. The 1-0 pitch, that'll miss now, 2-0 for Beulah. Bottom of the 6th inning, they're 4, 5, and 6 batters with Seibel, Rembolt, and Weiner to the plates. 2-0 pitch upcoming. Foul, and that'll be 2-1. Beulah Miners trying to make it back to the state semifinals after winning the state championship a season ago. This one off speed. Now 2-2. 2 years ago in this very matchup, Beulah was the 3 seed in the quarters, and they defeated Thompson 9-6. So Beulah trying to make it 3 consecutive years into the semifinals with a win. The 2-2. This is going to be hit in the air. That's into the gap, and that might split the gap. It does. Rounding third, on her way in is Schwabe. Liason gets to second, trying to make it third, and Liason will do so. Sydney Liason with an RBI triple, and the Thompson Tommies have their first run of the game. As now Coach Christensen's going to come out here. Good piece of hitting on the way for Liason, able to split the gap with Horning and Steffen right when it left. It sounded good, and you looked out and you said that might have a chance, and it did. So the RBI triple on the way here for the Thompson Tommies. For Thompson as well, that'll be their 5th hit of the contest. Earned run, that'll go to Dale Geiger here, and now there's the tying run 60 feet away with Claire Calling. Last time Calling came up, had that bunt single up the first baseline on the first pitch. 1 of 2 so far here today. 8th batter here in the lineup, 5th batter. Coming up in the 6th inning, Thompson looking for another 2-out base knock here to try to tie this one up at 2 apiece. Nice swing by Eliason out to right center field. Dale Geiger, the pitch. Sees this one miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here with 2 outs. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at 1-1. Runner at third base is Liason after Schwabe came in to score, so that strikeout that was not completed and the 4th out of the inning comes back to haunt Beulah. The 1-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Weiner, now 1-2. Otherwise, it would have been a 3 up, 3 down. Strikeout the side inning for Dale Geiger. They give a team an extra out, and Thompson takes full advantage. Here's the 1-2. This is going to be laced and just missing the third base line. If that was strained out by about 4 feet, we'd be having a tie ball game right now, and Calling would be at second. Instead, it's just a loud strike, and it's back to a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Dale Geiger looking for her 11th strikeout in the circle for the Miners. The 1-2. And she gets it for her 11th strikeout, and indeed does strike out the side. There was a run across off a 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. A new score here from Jamestown. It's Beulah 2, Thompson 1 on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All Versamax and Cargo Max trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on Cargo Max trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 Versamax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on Versamax and Cargo Max trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
As we get to the bottom of the 6th inning, RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro thanks you for your business. As planting continues when you get back in those fields, once Mother Nature allows you to do so, and tighten up if you haven't finished. RDK Enterprises reminds you to be safe. If you have precision planting questions regarding your planter, call them at 701-636-2119. That's 636-2119, RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro. As you'll have Rembolt here. 0-1. So Rembolt, Weiner, and Hager here for the Beulah Miners, trying to see if they can get an insurance run against Thompson and Schwabe in the circle. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. This will miss. Now 2-1. So Thompson finally gets a run across. They trail it by 1 here against the 3-seeded Miners. How does Beulah respond in the bottom half of the 6th? Well, they hit one out to right. There is going to be Andy Schwab, and there's 1 down. So Ella Weiner is 1 of 2 with a run scored back in the 2nd here for the Miners. That's for Schwabe right now. She's retired the last 4 batters here for Thompson. This will miss low. Now 1-0. Beulah 2 runs back in the second. Able to do the small things well in that particular inning after a fly out to center by Rembold. A single, and then a walk. Then they utilize a squeeze play as well to get 2 runs across. The 2-0, and that was a little bit more of a safety squeeze as a strike. Now 2-1. After that, Beulah threatened a little bit in the 4th. They got a leadoff walk. Rembold was stranded at third base. Then the 5th, they had their first 2 runners on at first and second, but unable to bring them in as this one will go. And it'll be into the grandstands here now, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here with Ella Widener. Little, check, and we'll do it again here at 2-2. One down, bottom of the 6th. This will miss now, 3-2. Clara Hager due up next here for Beulah. Question is, will there be a runner on or will there be 2 down? 3-2 is scolded. That's going to be down the left field line. Getting there is Calling to get it back in quickly. It's just a single. Good piece of hitting by the 8th grader Ellie Weiner. Good piece of defense by Calling in left to keep it just at a single. And there's a runner on here for the Beulah Miners. 4th hit of the game against Cindy Schwabe here. Clara Hager, 1 of 2 with one of those hits back in the 2nd. With a run scored. Her last time out, flied out to Calling in left. This will miss inside. It's now 1-0. So we're at first base again is Widener. She stays put. This one's hit on the ground. Eventually, there will be an out at second base. Kurtz to Hurst to Drew Schwab. That'll go 5-6-4 on the putout. Reaching base will be Hager. Good job by Hurst, not overdoing anything much with that one. At shortstop, gets it to Schwabe. Close play, Widener is retired, and there's 2 down. Peyton Horning 0 for 1 with a walk. She will see this one out of the zone now, 1-0. Thompson in the 7th will bring up their 9-1-2 batters to the plates. That one in there for a strike at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike at 1-2. Runner at first base again. Reaching on the fielder's choice is Hager. 1-2 pitch upcoming here to Horning. Swung on and missed, and Schwabe gets her first strikeout of the afternoon. There were no runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We played 6. It's Beulah 2. Thompson 1. The Tommies down their final 3 outs when we return.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Central Cass Schools' mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Top of the 7th inning, Thompson down by a run, needs at least a run here to get to the bottom of the 7th. Beulah 3 outs away from getting the semis as this one skied a mile high. Will be in the foul territory, and Widener on 1 pitch retires Andy Schwab in foul territory. 1 down here as it now goes to Maya Workin. Back to the top of the lineup. Del Geiger 3 times through. 6 1/3, 5 hits. The run was earned, 3 walks and 11 strikeouts. As you have Maya Workin has reached base twice. Once on a walk and once on a double, and this one on the softball will hit Maya, even though she was trying to scamper out of the way, and the tying run here for Thompson stands at first. So it's going to be the 4th free pass for Dale Geiger, and now it's to Drew Schwab. Schwab with a couple sacrifice bunts. 1 down. Swung on and missed, now 0-1. Thompson with a tied run with Workin standing at first base. The battery of Winder and Dale Geiger look in for the single. This will be bunted. It will make it now 0-2. And Kaya Hurst is due up next. Workin at first. Here's the 0-2. This will miss inside, now 1-2. Maya kind of taking a secondary, not so much lead, but an extra step or two towards second as Widener looks back the runner. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking, and Dale Geiger gets her 12th strikeout. As now to Kaya Hurst, a single back in the first, and she struck out her last 2 times. Dale Geiger's used the off-speed pitch against Hurst a couple of times here today. 2 down. Hurst, first pitch swinging, hits one over the first base dugout foul, now 0-1. No balls and a strike here with 2 down. Velvet Drake Animus. Mayport CG waiting for the conclusion of this game. Here's the 0-1. Now 0-2 as Hurst swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The go-ahead run at the plate. The tied run stands at first. Addison Dale Geiger with the 0-2 pitch here to Kaya Hurst. 0-2 got her swinging for the 13th strikeout of the contest. In a game that goes 1 hour and 18 minutes, then you add the extra couple with the delay that we have, but an hour 18, Dale Geiger picks up the win via the strikeout as she will finish 7 innings of work, 13 strikeouts, 4 walks, 1 run, 5 hits with the complete game win here for the Beulah Miners. While for the Thompson Tommies, Schwabe is going to pick up the loss here in this one, as in the circle here for Schwabe, 6 innings of work. She gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. A game time, again, that goes 1 hour and 18 minutes. The Beulah Miners, for the 3rd consecutive season, will be making their way to the state semifinals. It'll be the 2 seed of Central Cass against a 3 seed of Beulah, while for the Thompson Tommies, they will be going up against Renville County tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning in the consolation semifinals. Take a quick break, and we come back, look at the final box score, get to some of our player and players of the game, that and more still to come here in Jamestown.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
As we come back on our post-game show, again, your final 2-1. Here's a look at the final box score. Beulah Miners with 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on base. For the Thompson Tommies, there was a run on 5 hits, no errors, and 7 runners left on base. Thompson drops to 17-9 on the season. For the Beulah Miners, they improve to 19-6. Final line score in this one for the Thompson Tommies. Working goes 1 of 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Schwab goes 0 for 2. That's Drew. Hurst goes 1 of 4 here today. Schwabe goes 1 of 2 with a run scored and a walk. Hertz goes 0 for 2 with a walk. Fredrickson 0 for 3. Liason goes 1 of 3 with that RBI triple, which did plate Sidney Schwabe. Calling goes 1 of 3, and then Schwab, that's Annie, goes 0 for 3 here today for Thompson. Sidney Schwabe, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 4 walks, and a strikeout here for Thompson. For the Beulah Miners, Dale Geiger goes 1 of 3 today. Christensen 0 for 2. Stefan 0 for 2. Seibel goes 0 for 3. Rembo goes 0 for 2. Weidner goes 2 of 3 with a run scored. Hager goes 1 of 3 with a run scored as well. Horning goes 0 for 2 with a walk, and then McKay goes with that suicide squeeze, the safety squeeze does get the run driven in. So a wild pitch and a safety squeeze the difference in this one. Again, Del Geiger, 7 innings of work, 5 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 13 strikeouts here for the Beulah Miners. It's now time to get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com. Again, Addison Dale Geiger, when you're able to pitch like that, 13 strikeouts. She had 4 in 1 inning and just gave up 4 walks. She got out of any particular situation in which Thompson had themselves opportunities to try to put runners on in this particular game, but she was able to get out of every situation here in this one here for the Beulah Miners as the sophomore, again, pitcher in Addison Dale Geiger, showing you why she was part of the All-Region 4 team, is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play the contest, 2 of them, calling, robbing an extra base hit, and possibly a home run by Cassidy Christensen in left. That was in the first inning, and then the double play with runners at first and second with 1 out in the 4th. The Cindy Lyonson double play that she hit to Hager at third base. Hager able to go across the diamond to Seibel, 5-3 on the putout. That was the Arctic Enterprises feature precision plays of the contest. Arctic Enterprises wishes you a safe spring and wrapping up your spring planting season. That, again, is Arctic Enterprises in Hillsboro. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll put a bow on our first 2 contests between Beulah and Thompson next here on your LiveEvent.com.
Designing places of lasting value and beauty, Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton continues to be a leader in small town skylines. No project is off the table as they've completed buildings for commercial businesses, educational and medical facilities, public spaces, religious centers, and even residential properties. From start to finish, Bobby and her team will help your visions become reality. Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton, 701-841-1000 and hepperolson.com. Best of luck to the regional athletes in your spring sports tournaments.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Pearly Community Co-op has been serving the area producers with exceptional service and quality products since 1933. Schedule your vehicle in the shop for tires, oil changes, and small repair services. Delivering premium Senex Farm fuels and lubricants direct to your locations. Call Rob for your farm fuel and bulk oil, as well as transport load and contract pricing. 218-861-6561. Pearly Community Co-op, locally owned and serving you since 1933. Call 218-861-6561.
Again, your final 2-1 Beulah over the Thompson Tommies here in this one. Earlier today, the Central Cass Squirrels with a 13-2 win over Renville County. So what we know coming up will be a Central Cass and a Beulah semifinal tomorrow at 4 here on YourLiveEvent.com, part of our audio-only broadcast. Well, Thompson will play at 11 o'clock in the morning against Renville County, and that game will be at 11 in a consolation semifinal. That does it for our contest here today in Jamestown. A tight-knit game here in our second of 4 quarterfinals. Still to come, we'll get to the Mayport CG Patriots, and alongside Velva Drake Anamoose as both teams are making their way to the dugout here on YourLiveEvent.com.